For one of the...
It was $1 million day for the Doncaster Handicap and the AJC Derby. Bells Beach, the first of the big events in 1992. The world of surfing's been turned around with Tom Curran's $2 million contract. The Japan Open in tennis. Jim Courier, the new #1, again taking it from Stefan Edberg. A look at the power players in tennis. The game is changing in the 90s, plus AFL and rugby league.
Yes, so stay with us. Plenty to come. Well, there was plenty at Randwick yesterday. Plenty of people. 36,000, the biggest crowd for, I think, since 1979. Keith Hillier from Radio 3UZ joins us this morning, and also Max Presnell from the Sydney Morning Herald. Good morning, Keith, and good morning, Max. Keith, it was some sort of a day, and a great day with the Derby and Naturalism getting it on protest, and we will be showing the head-on very shortly. Interestingly, the bookmakers in Melbourne yesterday bet good odds Naturalism first past the post in the protest.
The margin, Bruce, was 3/4 of a length. The interference was 60 metres from the post, and bookmakers bet even money after the race about Naturalism retaining it. I will be very interested to have a look at the head-on, because it looked as though Vandercross came out, but it's impossible from side on to tell. Naturalism came out, impossible side on to tell how many horses.
Well, Max, you were privy to everything yesterday at Randwick. Would have you taken the even money Naturalism after hearing the steward's inquiry?
Oh, after hearing the steward's inquiry, I would have taken the even money Naturalism, not only with all that I have, but all that you and Keith have too. There wasn't much chance it would be upheld. Keith mentioned there 60 metres from the post. The vital point was it happened too close to the post. It happened closer than to 30 metres, and the margin, 3/4 of a length, too far to take the race off it.
Well, I guess it's a fickle question, but which is the better of the two horses? They've had 3 tremendous clashes now in Sydney, and there's been an excuse for the beaten runner each time.
Well, as long as Jim Walker continues to ride Vandercross as he does, he will give Naturalism a tremendous chance of beating him. Now, this happened at Rose Hill. He went wide on the bend. It happened yesterday. He's setting this horse a mammoth task. They say it's the way it's got to be ridden. Well, if it's got to be ridden that way, I think he's going to run second a lot in big races. But a very, very good horse. And again, you could say unlucky. Did it much tougher than Naturalism. But there again, who won the race? I'd say Mick Dittman.
He sure did. Let's go to the Derby. We'll show the head-on, and then we'll talk about the future for both these outstanding 3-year-olds.
To the top turn now in the Derby, and the leader is My Diamond Rouge. Cool Affair got to within a length of him. Demi Dahar third, followed by Naturalism. There's Coolong Road making a quick move on the outside to go up and join those leaders. Heroicity is now taken out 3 wide. He's starting to go forward with Examination. Further back, Cabora, followed by Skylock, and then Stargate, Tar Heel Boy, Cavalieri well back. So is Vandercross as they come to the turn. He's spotting them a start. In fact, he's not going well at all, Vandercross. Star of the Realm is a mile back, and so is Inter Musician as they come to the turn, and they've packed up very tightly, where Shane Dye goes to the lead on Cool Affair, to be tackled in turn by Coolong Road and Examination. 3 wide on the outside, straightening up. Further back is Naturalism. Heroicity has now popped the question. Further out, Skylock is starting to run on strongly as they top the hill, where Coolong Road got to the lead. Mick Dittman is squeezing through on Naturalism. Examination's there with Heroicity, and here comes Vandercross. Vandercross down the outside is motoring home. Naturalism the leader. Vandercross inch by inch is wearing him down. Naturalism still in front. He ran out near the line, but Naturalism wins at a half length to Vandercross in a bumping finish.
Well, John Tapp said it was a bumping finish. We'll show you the head-on in just a moment, and you'll be surprised at how far Naturalism does run out, especially in the last 60 or 70 metres. He veers out. Now, he's about to take a split. He's got the blinkers on in pacifiers. He's 2 from the left now, and he's about to get through Vandercross on the outside. Now, Naturalism, 2 from the left, is about to burst to the lead. Dittman riding hard. He's crossed those horses behind him now. He's still coming up, but watch this. Runs out quickly here and runs right up alongside Vandercross and takes him out towards the end. But I think Max and Keith have both explained that it was a little too close to the post, but he did run about very badly in the last little bit.
Just as well, it was close to the post. There were 7 horses between him, Naturalism and Vandercross when he got that split, Bruce.
Yes.
They bumped.
Yeah, they did. It was extraordinary. Which of the horses would you prefer, if we're talking Cox Plates, Caulfield Cups, Melbourne Cups, whatever, which of these 2 horses do you think will go on in the spring and be one of the stars of racing?
I think they'll both go on. Naturalism loves the Valley. He's being set for the Cox Plates, maybe the Cups as well. It's probably accurate, if a little unkind, to say that the better jockey on the day won the Derby yesterday.
You'd prefer to have Mick Dittman than Jim Walker?
Yes.
Max, I don't think we'll disagree, a star of the realm. I can't believe he's gone so badly. He just was galloping all over the place yesterday. Obviously, again, on his wrong leg. He's lost for the autumn, I'd say. Can he come back in the spring?
Oh, yes. Star of the Realm is obviously a Melbourne horse, Bruce. We do get horses, we get Sydney horses that go to Melbourne and can't reproduce their Sydney form. Kingston Town was an epic case, but Star of the Realm just hasn't fired up here. He's just not comfortable going in this direction, and I wouldn't wipe him off yet.
Did win 3 Cox Plates, you know, Max.
Yeah,
that was at the Valley. Couldn't win at Flemington or Caulfield, could he?
Yeah, Tommy Smith maintained he wasn't within a second of the horse in Melbourne that he was in Sydney. I won't argue with Tommy Smith.
Gee, Tommy's hasn't exaggerated ever, has he? Look, we'll go to the Doncaster. It was one of the great moments because we were hoping Superimpose could create a little more history. It's like the charge of the Light Brigade. Paddy Payne successful, the youngest ever rider to win this very famous event.
Around the first bend, and it's Western Chorus just in front of Soho Square. Blue Boss third, travelling 3 deep, a length and a half further back on the beach. In that bunch of horses coming down the side is Let's Hurry, followed by Big Dreams, and then Tucson Mannerism. Kinjatea's out 3 and 4 deep. Further back then came Rapan Boy, followed by Prince Salieri. Quick Score, a gap in the field to Colonial Spirit. A long way back now, Rechabite with Stradmore, followed by Old Roll getting along the fence, and then Power Chief Superimposes taking off around the outside. He's going to get him out into the open today, and back at the tail Surface Paradise as they turn the corner. Superimposes absolute last coming over the rise. Western Chorus and Soho Square joining in now down the outside is Black Sun. Mannerism is there running a big race, followed by Quick Score. Prince Salieri at the 200 mark. Soho Square at any old price, kick clear. They are coming from all directions. His Old Roll coming out of the pack. Old Roll and Colonial Spirit are lunging at Soho Square, but Soho Square won the Doncaster. Soho Square wins, I think. Old Roll second. Third's tight, Prince Salieri and Colonial Spirit. Kinjate close up.
Well, the favourite was a 3-year-old Kinjate, but 3-year-olds ran first and second. I just couldn't believe that Soho Square firstly was just 30 to 1. I thought he was 100 to 1 chance, and secondly that he saluted.
Ian Saunders won the Epsom Handicap in 1984 with Veet Cheval, with one of the oldest jockeys, Kevin Mitchell, to do it. Yesterday he won with the youngest. But I tell you something, Bruce, that points to you Clays being the bet of the year tomorrow. You Clays beat Soho Square by 3.5 lengths, pulling up in the Verve Clico at Rosehill, and ran a record, and he needed the run. How are they going to beat him in the Galaxy tomorrow?
Well, Scalacci will be one. Max, your impressions of the Doncaster yesterday?
Well, we've given Mick Dittman a rap as far as the Derby is concerned. Mick is the first to concede that Kinjate should have won the Doncaster, should have won it easily. It was a race of interference, of hard luck stories. I have no doubt that had Soho Square covered as much ground as Superimpose, he wouldn't have finished as close as Superimpose. It was one of the mightiest efforts ever by Superimpose. I just wonder the criticism of Darren Beedman last Saturday at Rosehill when he sought an inside run, what that had to do with his thinking yesterday, going to the outside, carrying 62.5, circling the field, the tempo of the race. That was setting Superimpose an impossible task. But like the great racehorse he is, on his day, he was up to it.
Glad you clarified that, Max, because I'd say you're inconsistent had you not. Now the chairman's handicap, here's the favourite for the Sydney Cup Demerit.
Demeritors bailed up on the fence as they near the turn, and Just a Dancer last, but they're packing up very tightly on the corner, and look at this swarm of leaders now. It's Melko on the inside, joined by Our Maniva, Actor Weight 3 deep and Cool Reception, letting loose 4 deep as they turn for home. Out into the clear now is Valdano, who's looming up as they come over the rise, and then Magnolia Hall and Brashy from a long way back. On top of the hill now, there must be 5 leaders. Valdano on the outside, got to the front from Melko. Brashy is coming out after Valdano, and now Demerit out in the open is charging home. Look at him go, Demerit. Demerit has smothered the leaders in the last 50 metres. Hit the front in the shadows of the post, and Demerit, a great Sydney Cup trial. Came away to beat Valdano. Magnolia Hall got going again to finish third.
Looks perfect for the Sydney Cup. All his 6 wins have been at 2,100 metres plus. He's won twice at 26. But how's Jim Cassidy going to ride him at the weight, Max?
Possibly chop off a leg, but he's got his personal masseur over from Western Australia, and there is no doubt to ride the right horse, Jim Cassidy can make the right weight.
Well, it's the horse to beat in the Sydney Cup next Saturday. Let's go to the Adrian Knox, a guide to the Oaks, and the horse that wins here, Alma Mater, the Queenslander. It's his first win in 12 months.
Down the side now, 700 out. Calamarco led. Many Hands is second at the girth of the leader. Ruquin is about to go up 3 deep. On the fence, Lady Walker, then India's Dream right behind those leaders. At the head of the others, Alma Mater, followed by Dream About It. Diamond Bases on the fence, waiting for a run, and then Lady Purpose and Sea Rhapsody as they corner. Straightening up, Calamarco, the leader from Many Hands, and Ruquin. India's Dream on the outside, taking a while to wind up. She's starting to run on pretty well as they top the rise, but she'll need to, because Many Hands has raced past Calamarco. Many Hands drew clear, 150 out. Alma Mater bursting out of the packers, coming fast. Alma Mater coming out after Many Hands. Alma Mater on the outsiders, coming home the best. Alma Mater grabs the lead right on the line and got up to win it a long head to Many Hands. In third place, Calamarco, followed by Diamond Bases, Sea Rhapsody.
It's been a guide to the Oaks in the past, Max. I've got a feeling it's not this year.
No, I'd say it's substandard as far as the Oaks is concerned. Certainly the fillies race at Rose Hill featuring Electrique and Richfield Lady was much stronger in my opinion.
OK, the big race in Melbourne yesterday, the Easter Cup, a class horse successful in Mantelpiece.
And Blamers coming from a long way back as they round the home turn. London Bridge has taken the lead from Big Baron, and they're homeward bound, and London Bridge is the leader in the cup from Big Baron, battling on. Mantelpieces down the outside, followed by Princess Bushy and Mamselle Perdue from a long way back. 200 metres left to go. Here comes Mantelpiece on the outside. Mantelpiece is the danger to London Bridge, who's battling on determinedly. Mantelpiece on the outside. London Bridge are fighting it out. Mantelpiece on the outside, going home the better. Mantelpiece has won the cup. Mantelpiece has won it from London Bridge. Mamselle Perdue is third then.
He's an outstanding horse, Keith, isn't he? And he's got an excellent future. I mean, he's got a good past too. Yes,
that was only his second run since November, Bruce. 6s to 14s yesterday. Last year he started favourite and was beaten in the photo finish. Great training effort.
And the runner-up, is he in Adelaide Cup chance, London Bridge?
Oh, he's going really well, and the further the better for him. He won the Duke of Norfolk at 3,200 metres.
And he has Bart Cummings. Well, this weekend's racing's been highlighted by the Derby and the Doncaster at Randwick, but if you tell that to a South Australian, he'll laugh you out of town, because more than 100,000 people will head to Oakbank in the Adelaide Hills for the biggest picnic race meeting in the world.
They've been coming here for 116 years, and each year Oakbank becomes bigger and more popular. But it's more than just a 2-day racing carnival. It is a picnic, in fact the world's biggest. The action started last Monday. Trainers familiarised themselves and their horses with the contours of this marvellous hillside setting. Racecaller Ron Paps has been a visitor to Oakbank for 30 years, and his enthusiasm is the same as thousands of others.
People just get drunk on the atmosphere without even having a drink. It's just one of those unique carnivals that bobs up in 2 or 3 places around the world at different times of the year, and this is certainly one of those great carnivals.
Hundreds of campers set themselves up all over the course. Race lovers or not, this is their big weekend of the year.
Oh, it has a wonderful appeal, a picnic atmosphere, and particularly here in this camp.
Every year we come up here, have done for 32 years.
Great bunch of people. I think the atmosphere is really good. Everyone's friendly, happy to meet new people. That's why I come up here.
There's a lot of fillies around. Now we're here to make our fortune.
The feature event on day one is the Von Duser steeplechase. This year the club was inundated with quality runners, forcing it to split the event into 2 divisions. In the first, David Hayes provided the favourite, a 10-year-old named Wandering Duke. As a flat performer, he'd grabbed almost $180,000 in prize money. His jumping debut was considerably less spectacular.
Timber Merchant, here's the first of the double. This is going to be the telling factor. Oh, Merrymaker crashed through it. Wandering Duke sold out. Wandering Duke came down at it. And as they go over the last now, one more fence to travel, and the leader on the inside, Timber Merchant. From on the outside, Merrymaker 8 lengths away, running on mizzen top, Sir Jules, and also Come On Manuel. Further back, Gun to Win. They come to the last, and the old-timer Merrymaker. 2 in front, and he cleared it from Timber Merchant. 8 to Come On Manuel, followed by Sunny Toy running a nice race. Sir Jules, Gun to Win, mizzen top, and Amritsar. But Merrymaker back to the winner's circle at Oakbank again after a lapse. Merrymaker goes home to win it easily, Merrymaker. And the 10-year-old has done a big job. 4 to 5 lengths, Timber Merchant.
In the second division, favourite punters would again be disappointed. Victorian visitor Crespin Planet was the popular pick and looked a winning chance, but Oakbank claimed another victim. home.
Planet. First you have it, then you lose it. Well back in the field then to Toning over the second last of the double down the side. 2 more to go and Crespin Planet eventually came to grief.
That left South Australian gallopers Sir Sagamore and Squire John to fight out the major end of the prize.
As they come to the last by Vesper favour, Sir Sagamore over the last. A couple to Squire John, who's got him though. Squire John's raced up on the outside of the Ghostly Grey, and Squire John, the South Australian trained Quinella coming up here. Squire John's going to be too good. He'll win the second chase. He did it well from the second place getter, Sir Sagamore.
So Oakbank Day 1 is over, but the best is yet to come with the running of the Great Eastern Steeplechase on Monday. Andrew Kay reporting for Sportsworld.
Yes, 4 jumping races there yesterday, the first time in 50 years. Max, it's going to be a big week at Randwick. Just give us one winner tomorrow.
Slight chance, Bruce.
Has a good chance, a very good chance. Thank you, Max. And we'll join you next Sunday with the Sydney Cup and all the wrap-up of this week. And Keith, it is a tremendous day's racing, isn't it? In 3 states. Oakbank, Victoria Handicap at Caulfield and the Big 3 in Sydney.
Absolutely fabulous, Bruce. And the Saturday after, at Flemington Anzac Day, 2-up is legalised again.
Oh, very good. I'll bring out the pennies. And thank you, by the way, for the Easter scones today. They've gone down beautifully, Keith.
That's from Vi in Brighton.
Ah, good on you, Vi. I thought you baked them again last night. We take a break, and after this, John Alexander and tennis.